Welcome to ELF Rocks and Minerals. This is our unit from Earth and Sky, Unit 2 for the year, so 2 out of 5. We're using our information from the Hands on Nature book and VINS, which is Vermont Institute of Nature and Science. We're going to start with kind of an overview of an ELF class day, just as a reminder and refresher course. For all the materials, we need to make sure they get back into their bins carefully with the labeled stuff, because we have lots of classes going, 20 classes, so we need to try and keep as organized as possible. So when you're doing your cleanup, please make sure that everything gets put back in their proper bin and their proper Ziploc or container. An ELF day is usually set up for 2 hours. The first 15 minutes to a half an hour is all for the parents to set up. Then at that point we set up and have the kids in the classroom for the next hour and a half. The first 15 minutes would be used for an introduction, and then the following 4 or 15 minutes, so 1 hour, would be for 4 centers to rotate around. The kids will rotate, not the parents. So parents, you only have to learn 1 center. The last 15 minutes can be used for cleanup and conclusion. We always encourage an ELF snack because the kids expect them. And we also encourage you at the start of ELF to tell the students that you expect to have their respect, because we're all here as volunteers and we don't need to be having any misbehavior in class. So with that said, we're going to start talking about rocks and minerals. Every rock tells a story of how the earth was formed, shaped, and changed over time. We're going to talk about igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, and metamorphic rocks, and the cycle that those go through. Since the earth's beginning, rocks have continually been formed, changed by the heat and pressure, worn away into tiny pieces, and then cemented together again. Rocks are made of minerals. Identifying rocks depends on recognizing the minerals in them. Metals and minerals make up everything from jewelry to medicine, from cars to computers. We season our food with salt minced from rock salt. We drink from glasses made of quartz, sand, and aluminum soda cans made from the mineral bauxite. We brush our teeth with a paste made from magnesium or limestone. Our jewelry is made from precious metals and gemstones, and we may wear a watch that contains a tiny quartz crystal. And again, we're going to just reiterate that every rock tells a part of the story of how the earth was formed, shaped, and changed over time. Learning to decipher that story can be an exciting and rewarding challenge, for rocks are the foundation, both literally and figuratively, of our entire civilization and all life on earth. So like always with ELF, we like to start with the puppet show. So here we have the puppet show, laid out, all the supplies needed. We'll have scripts available, and our 3 puppets. And someone will be the teacher. The teacher is going to need all these materials here, and most of the stuff the parent volunteer will need to bring in. We'll have a cutting board, rolling pin, and wax paper, but the parent volunteer is going to need to bring in bread, marshmallow cream or peanut butter, depending on allergies, and jelly. And the whole idea of the puppet show is we're going to go through a rock cycle of life, and so at the end, the teacher's going to smash bread with a little pressure to show, is that igneous? Yes, I think so. And so we'll talk about sedimentary rock. So if you get a kind of grainy bread, that'd be better. That has some nuts and seeds in there, because that could show the sediments. And then they'll metamorphosize with peanut butter and jelly. And then at the very end, it'll be igneous, changing with heat and pressure, but no heat. So you'll take the bread for the puppet show, put it between a couple pieces of wax paper, slather on some stuff, make it good and gooey that gets a good laugh from the kids, and then roll it out with a rolling pin, and you have the basis of the puppet show. So you're going to need 4 parent volunteers for this. If you use in 3rd and 4th grade students to do the puppets, be sure and have the parent or the teacher be the teacher. You do not want a kid doing this messy part. Well, at least I don't. Okay, moving on. I guess I should have talked about this at the beginning. We have an ELF timer in the bin if you would like to use it to keep track of your centers. Again, they should be about 15 minutes each. And if there's any outdoor center, those people really need to keep time, because they're the ones who kind of hold up the whole show if someone's outdoors. Ta-da! Okay, so we're going to go through intro and conclusion. You can use any of these things interspersed. You could even do the puppet show at the end if you really wanted to, instead of as an introduction. But we have all kinds of supplemental materials in here, books galore. So if someone has a quick center to set up, instead of using all that setup time, you could definitely be reading to the kids in the hallway. We have some songs here. So if there's anybody feeling very musical, they could do it, sing a little song, or a rock rap. Sedimentary, sands, grains, crushed beneath the sea. Igneous rocks were runny and hot. They got hard when they cooled a lot. Metamorphic rocks changed their form when they got squashed and very warm. Ooh. You're welcome. Oh, I'm blushing. Okay, anyways, we have lots of posters, and this talks about minerals and stuff in our environment. So it talks about all the things used in our home that are made from rocks and minerals. We also have quite a nice handy dandy poster with that to that effect as well. Good for intro and conclusion because it's big for the kids to see. And we will have another poster that has rock cycles, so igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. These will be laminated in here. And then we have a little Ziploc bag. It'll have more things in it, but these are all things that you can have them discuss whether they're made from rocks and minerals or not. Right now we have a piece of cotton, foil, paper clip, pencil, and a little Lego plastic. All of those are made from rocks and minerals except for the cotton. So you can think of organic materials. Things that grow would be not from rocks and minerals. So that'll be in there. Then, I guess I'll just talk about these little things. We'll have these on a ring card to take. Do these go outside?
They can.
These could go outside, and again, it's talking about what things have minerals and rocks in them. So we'll have these on a card. You can just use them to discuss where minerals come from and where they're used in the home. And then another part of the conclusion says to take the kids outside and go on kind of a rock scavenger hunt. Is that accurate?
Yes.
I did not read that part. So there is all kinds of cues and keys in here. They can go look for rocks on the playground and try to identify them. And those will be in the bin on a ring binder. I said binder. Anywho, let me check my notes here. So we always want a snack. It's political. This is the year 2012, everybody. Anyway, snacks ideas would be rock candy from the candy store, or we have a recipe in the back of the outline with additional ideas. Share a snack, so sedimentary rock snacks, so that's in your outline, which we'll be getting out to you separately. And as always, you could always just do a sharing circle, take a rock from one of the units, have the kids sit in a circle and share one thing that they learned from ELF today. And that wraps up our intro and conclusion.